Hi, welcome to Automotive Show EKG Canadian Enthusiast. Before start the show, I want you to hit the like button and subscribe to my show. Now let's get started. Today on the show we're going to talk about the all new Lexus lx600, why it's very impressive and why some people might not want to like it, but then also why we should like it very much. And of course, now let's get started. Now, the Lexus LX is based on the same architecture as the Toyota Land Cruiser and the new Toyota Tundra. Now, as this moment as we speak, the Land Cruiser have lots of positive views already. In fact, if the Land Cruiser is sold out already, you can probably guess the Lexus LX is already sold out. In fact, its biggest market for the Lexus LX is the UAE, because the people in the UAE don't care about the badge. They want all the Range Rover luxury in a rather rugged package, and that's what the UAE Middle Eastern consumers want, and of course the facts. So let's talk about specs of the new Land Cruiser, specs of the new Lexus LX600. 5-door SUV, 7 seats, 5 seats or a 4-seat option, which I will get to. 4-wheel drive, a 10-speed auto. Trim levels, premium, luxury and F-Sport. And the range-topping VIP trim. The VIP trim only comes with 4 seats. That means 2 captain's chairs and a middle console to separate them, and plenty of comfort and luxury features for those 2 seats. So if you want to be chauffeured in lap of luxury, which most of these buyers will do who buy Lexus LX, I have no doubt that the VIP model will be the trim level of choice. Now in terms of drivetrains, they are pretty identical. The same 3.4 liter twin turbo V6, 409 horsepower. Nothing much new to talk about in terms of the drivetrains, in terms of horsepower. It's roughly the same as the Land Cruiser. So in terms of drivetrains, not a lot to say in terms of that point. Now I've seen the styling of the new Land Cruiser. For me, it looks brilliant. It looks rugged and tough, but yet luxurious and expensive and stylish, as what a big flagship Lexus product has to be. And this gives me the vibes what a Range Rover is always trying to achieve. We are trying to maintain its rugged design, but also trying to have a more modern design. So this is a modern retro design in my book. I could be wrong, I could be right. Please tell me your opinion in the comment section. In terms of interior, this is where the big 14 years of wait for the new LX was waited. The new interior is fantastic. It's ultra luxurious, it's opulent, it's built like a tank. Build quality, unquestionable. And the materials, the leather and the standard equipment and the new 12 point plus inch infotainment system and a smaller 8+8 infotainment system is also available. So plenty of technology is available for your flagship luxury SUV, which is no question why they should compete very much against the BMW X7s and those competition. Of course, you might say, what about rear seat passengers? Now, the trim level I am very much focused on is the VIP trim. Now, you might think, why am I ignoring the US market here? The US market generally tends to prefer things like the F-Sport trims, the premium luxury trims, not so much the VIP trim, because they want 5 seats or 7 seats. But in the UAE, they use these as chauffeur-driven limousines they don't pretty much replace their Range Rovers with these anyway. They replace their Rolls Royce and Bentleys, they use them. So these are luxurious for a reason. So let's talk about the comfort levels. Compare now its arch rivals. Its arch rivals are the Jeep Grand Wagoneer, Cadillac Escalade, Lincoln Navigator, and BMW X7 and Mercedes-Benz GLS, Mercedes-Benz Maybach, Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon, and the Range Rover. So you're thinking, well, that's a long list. So who does this vehicle beat? This vehicle can't beat competition from the Germans. The Germans and the British are unbeatable. That means Land Rover, Mercedes-Benz and BMW can't be beaten. It doesn't matter how good the Lexus is. It just won't happen. But the Lexus LX600 is miles better than a Jeep Grand Wagoneer or a Lincoln Navigator or a Cadillac Escalade. Those vehicles look like garbage compared to a Lexus LX. This is the best choice out of those 4. Get the Lexus LX. There is no question about it. That's the fact. That's the reality. That's the beauty of the Lexus LX. You know it's the best choice. It's based on a Land Cruiser. Now the Lexus LX also has another role to play. Since the Land Cruiser 300 is no longer sold in the US, the Lexus could have made the LX even more geeky, more techy. But the problem was they have to keep the customers of the Land Cruiser intact. They got to keep the consumers of the LX alive as well. So they made the interior very luxurious and opulent with a dash of ruggedness. In terms of styling, they kept the Land Cruiser styling with Lexus front end sort of design language, which I think the Lexus grille is finally starting to make sense. With the Lexus NX it made sense, now it's making sense in the Lexus LX. Some people might not like the grille, but my personal opinion is when BMW makes stupid grills like in the BMW 4 Series and the M3s and M4s and the X7s, no one complains. But when Lexus do it, it's wrong. It's completely hypocritical. But the reality is Lexus are never stealing German buyers anymore. For a while they did, but then they realized that's just not feasible anymore. So they are targeting, they have their own customer base. The people who want the standards of Mercedes-Benz in design and flair, but the quality of the Japanese. And that's what Lexus is stepping into. And Lexus knows that. The new LX satisfies their group brilliantly. It's a flagship limousine that can be used as a chauffeur-driven limousine. No problem. Checkmate. And it looks good. You can go off-road. I don't know how many of these $100,000+ luxury SUVs will actually ever go off-road, but heck, they can go, but if they do, they are brilliant. Prices. This is the big question. Now, they haven't set prices, but I will estimate the prices for the Land Cruiser in the United States will start from $90,000. Go all the way around $100,000 to $110,000. That's the same money as a Lincoln Navigator Cadillac Escalade, but a million times better than those vehicles. In fact, those vehicles are garbage compared to the Lexus LX. Simple as that. So that's a reality. On the next episode of Million Motor Week, I will do a comparison test comparing the new LX against the American competition and tell you why it's so superior. So on that note, I'm going to end this video. Thank you very much.